So I'm Fiona, and I've been with Intensity Fitness since January 2024. I suppose I was one of those that kind of got caught up in the cardio wagon, I think, really, and kind of felt that it was something I had to do at every single session, and if I didn't do it, that I didn't kind of get enough, out of it, if I didn't get a sweat. And what I learned when I came here was that strength is pure power. It carries over to every other side of your life. You don't need the sweat to get the physique, to get the look. And I like the strength look rather than the cardio look. So it took for me to come here to kind of see that. And that's what's really important to me now, is that building that strength. And we talked before, I think, about frailty and like longevity, and cardio doesn't give you that in any shape or form. It doesn't give you it. And you certainly need elements of it, but I think the strength stuff is what gets you through healthy retirement and getting older. It just shows you now the age I am when I'm saying this. I'm on the other side of 40 now, and that's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at now, being healthy as I get older. So I'm naturally lean, genetic-wise. My father's tall and slim, so it's just there. And I suppose I didn't like that look of being kind of thin and I suppose just bony. And the changes I've noticed from here is that progressively I've noticed my muscles getting more definition. I've noticed more power. That's carrying over to my everyday life, lifting my wee one. We could go for a walk there in the evening time, and a kilometre in she could say, "No, Mummy, carry me." And she's 16 kg, and I'd say only that I have the bit of strength built up, and I'm able to carry her for maybe a kilometre, and that's like a 16 kg kettlebell carrying for like a kilometre, and a lot of that could be uphill. So that's where I see it. It's the carryover into my everyday life. And then the mental, the mental well-being side of things. Like, I always think it doesn't matter like what's going on in your life. If you can get to the gym, whatever it does, I always call it like a reset button. Well, how bad things are, and you've had a bad day at work, and you've had whatever happened at home or whatever, come to the gym, reset that button, you'll always leave better. You might come up with maybe a different solution to the problem. You just find that you're more energized. So I always find that it's like my reset. So physically, I see the changes in my muscles, and I feel the strength and the power carrying over to my home life. And then the mental well-being, I find that it keeps me balanced and keeps me sane as well. My little one's 2, she'll be 3 now in a few weeks' time, and toddlers are mental. Toddlers are so busy, it's just constant. Like, we were away on holiday there for 2 weeks, and it was just all kids focused holiday, but I was in and out of the water maybe 1,000 times that day, following her around the pool. And I would say that, the energy you get from the gym carries over to that. So I had loads of energy to run around, and I'm not a young mum. So for me now, my energy levels are probably going down as I get older, hitting perimenopause and all those stages that are coming. So my energy levels, my hormones are dropping. So I find that the strength that I'm building in the gym and the energy that I get from it, I'm able to run around after her, and I can manage the fatigue better. And for me, I want to be able to be that mum that's able to go and train with her when she's 16, 17, or when she starts athletics. I want to be able to go out running with her, and I want her to grow up seeing this in our home. My partner's the same. He's a mountain runner, and that's where we both met, and he's really into it as well. So our home life is very focused on exercise, nutrition, well-being, a happy home, and I think training and exercise goes hand in hand with that. I think the mindset has to change. If you're not training, or if you're training somewhere and it's lackluster and you're just not feeling it and you're not getting the vibe, I always think, take yourself out of that comfort zone and just come and try it and give it a go. But change the mindset in terms of, you're not going to come here and be blasting out cardio and cardio and cardio, and it's not about the calories, it's not about the weight loss. It's very much focused on building muscle, building strength. And I think that it's so refreshing to come somewhere that is focused on building the muscle and the fat will come off with that and not focused on it, just losing weight and being thin. Our younger generations are so focused on looking thin and looking skeletal, and we need to change that. We need to change our young people's minds in this. Like my own daughter, I want her to see her mum being strong and fit, and that's what's healthy. That's what you get here. You know, we're not focused on the numbers on the scale. So come and give it a try, but change that mindset. Come and get stronger and have a healthier life.